EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us about 20 miles south of downtown L.A. at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Los Angeles Chargers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go. Here we go. Here we go. 180. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his second season, James Conner. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Get that! 180. No game on this defense. No game.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Screen pass to Conner. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there, just like last play.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Chargers' 46-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the slack. Watch the slack. Watch the slack.
Play action. Now Roethlisberger. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Thomas Davis. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick. And I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Now a carry by the 3rd-year man. This is Austin Eckler. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37th. That one a first down pickup of 8. What a great surprise Austin Eckler has turned out to be. That's the kid that was undrafted out of Western State, signed with the Chargers in 2017, and then last season, 554 yards at 5.2 yards per carry, and then he was also effective catching the football. 39 receptions, over 400 yards there. A great compliment to Melvin Gordon. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll throw with Taylor. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man, able to record his 5th sack of the season. 3rd and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack. From the gun, it's Taylor. This is caught inside the 15. A gain of 32 that time.
You had to figure they'd take a shot downfield on 3rd and long, so the old cliche came into mind right away for me. Who wants it more? You always hear about receivers, you hear about their hands, their moves, their speed. How about...
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Now, this is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive? Or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Check! Black 80! Check 52, come on!
Right back to Connor here on 1st. Joey Bosa in on the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Roethlisberger trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips, and the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
26, Mike. 26, Mike. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go deep. And that's caught inside the 30. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
2nd down and goal. Taylor, that is caught. It's Benjamin for the Charger touchdown. Travis Benjamin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this 1st quarter. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Roethlisberger will throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that, but if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And he's going to be brought down short of the 1st at about the 31-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. Back deep, Travis Benjamin. And this will be taken at the 13. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to make...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
On 1st and 10 is Conner. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. James Conner, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The offense back out there at the line ready for their next drive. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. The linebacker Ryan Shazier there to make the tackle.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. at the 18-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
To throw is Taylor. Flush to his right, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking, but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Here's Roethlisberger. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Like 80. Watch left, watch left, watch left. He's top.
On 2nd and 12, Roethlisberger. And Bryant's got it over the middle. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster. It's complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
2nd and 1. At the 7-yard line.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. They'll go to Blount, try and pound it in. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. LeGarrette Blount, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
From the 27, Taylor. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
On third down, Taylor. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
On first down, it's Taylor. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Third and long, Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Like 20. 58.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Here's second and 10 now from the 29. Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And Big Ben intercepted a third time. Desmond King picks it. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. The Charger drive about to get going. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Play action, it's Taylor. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
And it's complete. Henry. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. The drive stays alive, a third down gain of 8. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Now Eckler. And he's got some space here. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. That was huge after being behind the chains on first down to make this second very manageable.
Man, how much pride do you have in an offense on first down to get that kind of yardage? Because it actually opens up your playbook on second down. You can run it, you can throw it, you keep a defense off balance. I like that phrase, stand ahead of the chains, and they're doing exactly that.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
From midfield now, here's Taylor. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. T.J. Watt, his second sack of the night.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Throwing on second and long. Taylor dancing to his left. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Bud Dupree able to record his 5th sack of the season. 3rd and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack. Now Taylor from the gun. He'll throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn. And it's a fumble.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. Now this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now a carry for Blunt. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards there and a first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Now Blunt. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Roethlisberger. That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And he loses the football a 2nd time.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Roethlisberger now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
At the Chargers' 30-yard line.
Ready? Blue 30.
Stop your body.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Roethlisberger. It's caught by Bryant. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completions.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Trying to get the first with Samuels. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first.
66.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Connor. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd down now. Blunt, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run it here with Blunt. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And it's caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Ryan Switzer, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Well, they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Sean Davis that time on the tackle. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Here's Taylor to throw. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. Here's Taylor. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. A 1st down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Don't let
From the 45 on 2nd down, Roethlisberger. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Travis Benjamin. An 80-yard touchdown as his guys are back within a single score. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On 1st down, Blunt. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 45-yard line.
Set. Black 20.
Hey, check.
Black,
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Taylor now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Here's Taylor operating from the gun. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Well, you got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Taylor incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Taylor throwing again. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
He may try and run for this, and they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Taylor able to use those legs of his to pick up a first. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Taylor. And that's caught inside the 30. Give them 32 on the play.
It's a gain of 32 yards.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively.
Check. Lucky.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. The Chargers on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
26 Mike.
I'm trying to collect. Where'd he go?
Taylor to throw. Escaping the pressure right. This is caught. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Travis Benjamin, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. As they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. A very important extra point there, up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. To throw again on second down, Roethlisberger. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Thomas Davis. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
This is Gordon. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
At the 22-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch the pass.
On second down, Eckler. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The Chargers on third down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. It's Eckler again. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown. Late in the game, they look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away.
We got this. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not because...
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Thomas Davis. And this one will be brought back to the 22. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Let's go now. 15, outlaw. 15, check my 15. Yo, 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 yo. Yo.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay.
Come on, set. Sit forward. Check tight, check tight. Check tight.
Victory formation time for the Chargers. They take a knee. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better.